Things are growing in the front yard, really starting to grow. This is 2 years old shade garden, and I wanted to show a couple things that are blooming. Let's start with, before I forget, I will probably forget these. This is one wild geranium left over that I planted that's just kind of right in front of everything here. My beautiful lime green bleeding heart in between the two Hicks U's. And there's another younger lime green bleeding heart that I had bought, I think just last year, from an eBay seller that was really tiny. Got bird feeder up here. I still haven't put the impatiens in the pots yet. I think there's one other different kind of bleeding heart in between here, and these go quick. After May, they're pretty much gone. So I figured I might as well get it. This is an Ann Magnolia. It doesn't have a lot of leaves, so might have to cut it back. I'm not sure what's going on with that thing. So there's a Regent Serviceberry, the brand new gray dogwood. You can see, like, from the maple here, silver maple. I've heard it's really hard to get a lot of things to grow underneath it, but so far everything's doing not too bad. We do give it extra water and nutrients and stuff. So this is the young gray dogwood I just bought this year because the bare root did not survive. And the little, very tiny maple leaf viburnums. We got some, let's see, what are these? These are zigzag goldenrods, which are fairly shade tolerant. Coming back now. This is like mid-spring, so they don't bloom until fall. So, and I'm actually surprised that some of the maple viburnums are just getting a couple little flower panicles. So even though they're very young bushes, some of them will have some flowers. Oh, and these are big leaf asters coming out of the ground. Here's probably my biggest of the maple leaf viburnums. And you can see it's got quite a few little flower panicles. So I have a few berries this year. It's been kind of chilly. I'm thinking that's why, that's probably why, like, the leaves are a little loopy. I've made sure to water them when they needed water. And we had a big rain recently too, so I'm trying hard to water them, but also at the same time not overwater them. What I'm really happy with is the Columbine. I bought these as little itty bitty tiny babies. Not only are they super sturdy and big this year, they're also dropping babies everywhere. You can see all these are young baby Columbine. I can't wait to see them naturalize. And I think the biggest area for those is right here. I mean, look at all the little Columbine, young little Columbine spreading. It's amazing. But yeah, these are looking really sturdy and really nice. The pagoda dogwood is looking almost twice as big as it was when we first got it. So I expect it to grow pretty well this year. The phlox are continuing to grow and spread. We do have some bare spots that might have to be remedied, but for the most part they're making slow progress. And one last thing I'm really happy about is black cohosh. There's two of them right here. One of our local nurseries has like big ones and they don't have any small ones, so it's either these coming back or buying them for $30 a piece. So yeah, these are black cohosh, and they bloom, I think, in the midsummer, so they're just starting to come up. And I got two of them. They can get like 6 feet tall flower stalks, so I'm pretty excited about that. But yeah, Columbine is definitely the happy story so far of the front yard. These beautiful wild native Columbines in the shade garden. I was going to, if I could find them, get some Indian pinkroot, which are natives for shade that hummingbirds like, that bloom in the summer. Haven't really found any yet. If I can find some in the next month, maybe I'll plant some in this nice little stretch right here. So things definitely getting bigger, starting to spread a bit. And of course the Hicks U's are getting a little bit bigger, as they do every year. I gave them a big trim in the spring, so now they look a little bit more shapely, a little bit nicer. I just love the way this looks, especially with the shade too. I mean, you can tell it's a shade garden with all the all the high canopy shade here with little sprinklings of sun here or there. Now these do get some nice direct sunlight in the afternoon as the sun passes over the house. Probably a good hour and a half of direct sunlight, so it's nice that they do get some like direct bright sun a little bit later in the afternoon. Now these guys, I think they actually get a fair bit of sun. As you can see, the sun is over on the east side of the tree. So if I had to do it over again, I might actually put more like sun bushes or flowers over here instead of more shade. But I think these would be all right here. And the reason why they're smaller is because I put the smallest ones here too, thinking this would be the most difficult spot since it's so close to the trunk of the silver maple. If they survive, then everything's going to do okay. So they're not smaller because they're having trouble. They were smaller because they were smaller to begin with. So, and that's about everything. Oh, we're going to probably transplant. I have a big majestic cup plant. If you've seen any of my old videos, you've seen it. That's been spreading, and so we're gonna dig up a little bit of it and transplant it right here. So we'll have a big cup plant in the middle, and the rest of this area I'm probably just gonna put like swamp milkweed to have a nice big patch of milkweed for the monarchs, because that's one thing we don't have that would be very beneficial, is a big patch of milkweed flowers. They don't really bloom that long, so they're not the prettiest thing, but they're definitely very helpful since that's the only thing monarchs will lay their baby caterpillars in. So, all right, take one last quick look at the young shade garden, just about a couple of years old, really starting to grow into the yard a little bit.